Hello and welcome to Unwrapped with me, your girl Helen. You're joining me from Malabar Wine and Dine Village Restaurant at Mulungushi Village in Kalundu. Today, I'm just so excited and overwhelmed by the support that you have been giving us throughout the year 2018 as we were doing Unwrapped Season 2. So today, last episode, I'm not unwrapping anybody. Rather, I have two TV and radio presenters who will help me run through how 2018 has been. We look at some of the best episodes that we've had, best experiences that we've had here on this show. Let me join them and we get chatting. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be having two radio and TV personalities who will help me run through 2018, how it's been on Unwrapped. I have Christy and Ravishing.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to have you on my set today.
Excited to be here.
Excited to be here. It's always fun.
What if I want to unwrap you guys?
No,
and
we're not doing that.
You know, since it's the last one, we should unwrap you.
Right. Let's go. People have been asking me for me to be unwrapped because that.
Okay. Why unwrapped?
Why
did you want to get into people's business?
It's not really about getting people into people's businesses. It's just really about how, we know our celebrities, but we just see them. If it's a musician, you just see them on stage and you think they're living the best life. You see an actor and you're just thinking they're living the best life, but at the end of the day they have inspiring stories that they can share and help build others, and I'm more interested in that. I love watching biographies, and I was like, we don't do biographies on our local celebrities. True. So let's just do something small at least, and we see people getting inspired. So that's,
I feel like
exciting.
For a rapper we need to go through a session of receipt, and
it's like a whole hour.
Do a whole hour.
So that's a bit of unwrap. People who've been asking that I should be unwrapped. You don't have a question, right?
No, now we can do it off cameras.
You can do it off camera.
I like to ask my questions off cameras. Then I'll bring them to tea.
Okay, so have you watched Unwrapped this year? This was like our season 2. How has it been for you?
Awesome. I've enjoyed quite a number of interviews, I think, when we took a look at Unwrapped this year, and I think the most interesting one for me this year was I like to feel, I'm a fan of TiVo, all right?
Yeah.
So I liked TiVo's, but EL though. EL's episode, I couldn't miss it for anything. Ebo Chungo as well. So yeah, those are episodes.
So which one can we show right now among us the two? You've actually said 3: TiVo, EL, and Ebo Chungo.
Oh, I love them all.
Ebo had a deep story to tell, I think.
Yes.
I think a lot of people were shocked at how open he was about the show.
Yeah.
But again, that's what the show is about. So let's just check out just a glimpse of how Ebo Chungo's episode was. Is it true that you were once separated from your wife due to the same group?
No, it wasn't based on that. I think it was a lot of different things. I do share with a lot of people that I had gone through a moment of depression. I had lost my best friend. He'd committed suicide that same year, and sometimes I think when you're young and you get married, you have different views. You have different views, and I think a lot of it was based on our different backgrounds.
Okay.
And we managed to at least work that out. I do tell a lot of people, I said one of the things that was very hard was not being able to tell people, because everyone at the time was, but everything is good. You try to bring up a conversation with people and say, how's your marriage? Because you're hoping that somebody will be honest enough to tell you theirs, and you can tell them what's happening in yours. And everyone was like, no, I'm blessed.
Perfect.
And that's the thing with a lot of believers, is that we always want to tell everybody that we're blessed. We always want to tell everybody that everything is good. We always want to be the loudest shouting amen.
Welcome back. So that's Ebo Chungo's episode. I don't know if you noticed where he talked about like his separation, and would you expect somebody, especially a gospel artist, to come and talk about that on TV?
I think coming from a gospel artist, like you said, he made himself vulnerable. He made himself, he let himself open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
coming from a gospel artist, I think he was the perfect person to just show the world that, look, he's also human.
Yeah.
He also makes mistakes, because we have put gospel artists or people in faith to a higher esteem, and at the end of the day they make mistakes too. So it's something we need to realize as well.
That's very true. Okay, before we check out the next episode, Ravishing, pick one video that we should show right now.
Oh my goodness, video right now.
You're on radio, so you don't give us audio.
Should, yes.
No, but that's the thing. I'm on radio, so
Yeah.
I have a lot of songs and I've hardly kept up with the videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not sure if there's a video for Finally Your Maps.
No.
Not, oh my goodness.
No.
Okay. But then for me it's always been Tishon and T-Boy's
Don't Lead Me On.
Don't Lead Me
Really?
On.
Up to today?
Yes. You know why I love that video?
Yeah.
The choreography.
The yeah.
choreography. I would like to believe, for a long time we've had dancers in Zambia and we don't really showcase them and the talent that is there when it comes to dance, and I feel that video brought that out.
And I think that's why I liked Tishon's Speedometer Burn Up second video, like the dancing, because it was all dance with the choreography properly done.
Yeah, so that's my video.
Okay, let's check out Tishon T-Boy, It Don't Lead Me On.
It could be the way you talk to me, the way you come running back to me, makakukarifya umakamba kuti ndine mzako je, and I understand, oh my baby, vintu vina vene umachita umapitirira malire, kumbuka ndine muntu naine, don't let me on, ngakusundikon sobeleshe wa mutima umazonda chinikanga kupisa mafiri yanga sobebi ngati uziba kuti sunikonda. Don't lead me on, 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 don't lead me on. Na my kissy, my picnic please, my selfie, my likes, na my picnics please. Kuli we ungat kuli bebe ya meninga. Will you stop ngat kuli bebe ya meninga? Ni chani che meninga when you come for me. Gonna kiss me, tease me, and private dance for me. You can be real. Vintu vina vene umachita, umapitirira malire, kumbuka ndine muntu naine. Don't let me on, ngat sunikon. Kusobeleshe wa mutima umazonda. Chinikanga kupisa mafiri yanga. So baby ngati uziba kuti sunikonda. Don't lead me on.
Alrighty, welcome back. So that's Don't Lead Me On, Tishon T-Boy, Ravishing's all-time favorite. That's how you dance to it.
I don't understand.
No, it's
Like,
like,
it's a
give me a mirror, I'll break it down for you. Yeah, that's how, you know how I dance.
Okay, so you guys were talking about 2018, and Rav, just share with us some the episode that you remember and you think this was a good episode.
The model, Alice Rollins.
Yes.
I had never, honestly speaking, I'd never heard of her.
Really?
Never. But when I saw her on Unwrapped, her story and what she's been through and how she's looking to encourage other young people and what she's set up in South Africa, for me it was really touching, because you got to see a model from a different perspective. Many times, like I say, we're a society that judges. So I think, which is also the whole essence of Unwrapped, is you get to see how different and how human these people are and what they go through. So I really loved her story, and I remember contacting you about that, because I was like, who's this? She's so phenomenal, she's beautiful, she's tall,
Very tall.
She's so tall.
One day in my other life I want to be like her.
And I like how confident she is.
Exactly.
She's gotten a lot of backlash, but I think she's really just kept going.
True.
And maybe we just take a look at that episode. What was with the nude pics?
Oh my God, I've been asked this question several times. Zambians, you need to get off that box. They were just nude pictures. Nothing more, nothing less. You guys didn't see anything. It was just skin to skin.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating my skin. I take good care of it. But then those nude pictures were for a product.
Okay.
Yeah, a beauty product. And I was comfortable. As a model, you need to understand that your body is a dummy. You're there to advertise products, clothes, a lot of things, you know. As long as you're comfortable and you can do it and it's not pornography, you can. And so that was me. I have a beautiful skin. I take good care of my skin. I'm not bleached, you know.
Very natural.
Thank you. So when they approached me to do a nude shoot, I was comfortable. I was very, very comfortable. And I've had people ask me questions like, oh my God, so was it a male photographer? Like, people need to understand that in our industry, you need to be professional.
Alrighty, so that's Alice Rollins. What did you think about her commenting on the nude pics that she had taken? She was saying I'm proud of my color and I was promoting a product, so that's my job.
She's a model, guys. I think, like Rav has said, we live in a society where I think we're quite judgmental about certain things we do because it's showbiz. But then she's a model. At the end of the day, she has to be proud to be in her own skin. And she did say it exactly like that. Because I feel, look, you're a model, and if you're going to be approached to say we want just your legs to show alone, that's going to happen because it's in the industry you're in. So, hey, she did her and she stand it. She's beautiful at the end of the day.
You know? Can I share one? Like myself, I really liked Antonio Mwanza's episode because looking at politicians, we always think they're serious and they're always arguing, they're always politicizing everything, but we got to see a whole different side of Antonio. And what shocked me is that he says he's a DJ Mourinho.
Really?
He says I play.
Where does he play?
He says he plays somewhere in PHI in Tendere, somewhere there. So he actually said you can come when I'm playing. I play when I'm free. So let's just look at that episode.
At Rocco Complex in El Encounter, there's a small place called Teddy's. It's for Teddy Maya. It's a very small place, you know. We are just 15, 20 guys. The room is full. That's where I do my DJing. So I play all sorts of music, Machua, Old Kalindula, Zambian music.
Are we allowed to visit the place, specifically on a day when you're playing?
Yeah, but you see the hood. I hope you fit in.
No, but we fit in everywhere. In the hood, How do you know I come from the hood? Maybe that's why.
Yeah, you will enjoy. So beautiful selection. It's a beautiful place. I do that, and they call me DJ Mourinho.
Welcome back. We had Ravishing. Did you watch her?
Yes, I couldn't miss that for anything.
What did you like?
Just hearing out her rumors.
Let me just say that episode, Helen, had my whole family like jaw dropping. My mom, my aunties were like, "You went on TV and said that?" Exactly. So even I think I touched a bit on my dad and our relationship. So a lot of my dad's family also got to contact me, and they didn't know that I felt like that. So it was heartwarming for me. To this day, I have an aunt who, when she sees me, she just points to me, she's like, "You are very daring."
For me, I think that was like the best part where you talked about your dad, because I think that's something that you rarely talk about even off the camera. So it was like, oh, she's talking about it so open.
Because anyone that knows me will know I'm always talking about my mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
And that's why I deliberately asked that question, because I'm like, okay, you've mentioned your dad once, twice, 3 times. Let me say, let her explain it on TV.
It was worth it. I like that, and I think it's very rare that people will actually pour out their emotions to certain sensitive aspects of their life. Because if we talk Ravishing and her dad, I think that's a very sensitive topic for her, even just to open up with anybody. So to have a bunch of Zambia watch Rav open up about the relationship with her dad and how she really felt about that, I think it spoke volumes even to that young girl out there that feels, you know, I need to talk about this and whatnot. So it did touch, even me touched a few sensitive bags in me, but it was a very good episode. I enjoyed that. I had that on with me.
Let's show a bit of Ravishing's episode. You grew up with your mom mainly. Where was your dad?
My dad was around. My mom and dad, what it is my mom and dad didn't get married. So my mom had me at a really young age, and at the point my mom had me at the time in her life, from what I've been told, they were not really at a point where they wanted to settle down, and even if they did, someone had already been picked for my dad. So my mom just moved on with life as a single parent with me, and my dad married someone else, but he has always been around in the picture. My dad and I are not so close.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because he's not always been there for me. You know, when you need that father figure growing up, you're going to school and your friends are all coming talking about their parents, their mom and dad, and what their dad did and what their dad, does and everything. I knew quite alright the basic. You know, I knew a few of my cousins from my dad's side, my uncles and my aunties, but the in-depth details on my dad's end, I knew my grandfather, obviously. But getting to know him on a personal level and having that interaction as father-child, that bond is what I really didn't have growing up. Because
welcome back. So that's a bit about Ravishing's episode, but let's take a break. Welcome back. So normally on this part I was going to play Crush and Wrapped. You guys watch that game?
I played
the game. Why don't we do Crush and Wrapped?
Yes, please.
So we give you Kuka, CQ and Tivo.
Oh, God.
Who would you have a crush on?
This is going to be hard. One person?
Yeah, you have to crush on one person. How do you crush on everybody?
You said Elmo Kuka,
Tivo and CQ.
And CQ.
EL any day though. EL any day. I love the Duke, but EL any day. Like my crush on.
Who'd you date?
EL.
Marry.
EL. It's not even a question.
Oh my God! But you guys have. I think we've had a great year. I think 2018 has been good. She has written a book, and
yay.
I think that's what we want to hear on Unwrap, because I think you've unwrapped a lot of things about yourself in the book. Just talk about the book a little.
God Love Happiness, I think, came from the title itself, came from my encounter and how I found comfort in prayer. I was not always this type of a person, but I think once I got to know the power of prayer and encountered God's love for me, I swiftly just ran into it. So I'm a person that doesn't worry, really. I don't dwell on what I can't grow, I can't
just
change.
tell us
so
one deep thing that people find in the book that's so deep that they don't know about you.
One?
Yeah.
Knowing that my dad, my biological died at the age when I was 6 months old, and I was raised by a man that literally didn't make me feel like I'm a half daughter or a stepdaughter. And then as time got by, when I got to know about him, then I got to realize he's one of the people that got to train or teach CEO of QFM, that's Moses Nyama, how to actually be a radio DJ, because my dad was a radio personality and the club DJ at the same time. So that's where I get my media genes and background from. You said once, that's one.
Yeah, I was going to ask another one.
Can I just add, Helen, that away from the book, I've known Christy for quite a while, and to know what she's been through and how she's come out of every situation, and to know that everything is now put in a book, and she's sharing this with the world.
Exactly.
That is a brave move, because we each have a story, but we always feel we're going to get judged if we tell our story, and I applaud you for that.
So that's something that has happened in 2018. So we need to have our Unwrapped and just get it all.
Exactly. After all, it's in the book.
It's in the book. It's in the book. What do you want to say? What would you like to say about Unwrapped, though? Do you think it's a good program?
It is. I'm on it twice. It's a good program.
Awesome. Okay, tell me, give me another episode that you think was lit.
El Mukuka's show was, and then there was Steve-O as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because he said he would marry me in his game.
God.
Who would you marry?
Ravishing.
That's the only reason. Like, he said he can marry me on his Crush and Wrap part.
That's on Crush and Wrap the game.
Yeah.
By the way. So yeah, I like that. And the Elmo Kuka episode, I actually got to know about that one off Facebook, and I I set the dates, I set the reminder on my phone, I made sure I watched it. So that was quite lit for me. The comments that came after as well, I followed on social media. Very interesting.
Yeah, and also the other on the Ricky show, I liked Talemwanza.
Yes.
The fact that she's had 1 year where like the end of the year and she's making headlines. We had her on the show and she had a lot of things to say. Also, we got to see another side of her. She addressed certain rumors as well. So maybe we can show those like 3 episodes.
Okay.
You said Elmukuka and Steve-O and Talemwanza. Yes, let's just have them play back to back.
I don't come from a well-off family, you know. Despite the fact that I attended some good schools here, it wasn't a very straight path. You know, there were many times when I would go to school with my sisters and they would basically bounce us. They would be like, no, you can't get into class because the school fees are not paid. Wow. So you've got to go back home. And that happened many times. And because I have such a strong mother, she always found a way to make it happen. And then like we talked about, you know, even college was not a straight path. And then when I got back, I was a sales agent selling a couple of beverages.
We had one of the biggest hip hop concerts in the country.
Yeah.
And certain names that people expected to see were not there.
Oh yeah.
We had artists like Bobby East and TAP expressing how they felt about that.
Oh yeah.
Not making the list on the on social media. We didn't see you say anything. Were you okay with it?
Okay, that one, I think, I don't know this music politics, but I feel if it's gonna be a hip hop event, you have to acknowledge people who have been true to hip hop. For you to leave me out, you know, it's not really cool. Like, you know, for you to leave TAP, to leave, you know, Bobby, you know, to leave, you have to understand there were a lot of names that have not been very much impactful. I'm not gonna say names, but they were considered. You know what I mean?
Talemwanza, radio presenter, says she doesn't care about Mampi and she doesn't like her song. She doesn't care about Mampi. Was it true?
So when her song came on the radio, and my other 2 co-presenters commented, like Flavor said what he said, Hope said what he said, and they were looking at me to comment. I just said, I don't care about Mampi, can we move on? That was my comment. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Okay, so it's time for you to pick a video. P-Flow's song. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm like, which one? Atishani. Yes, Atishani. Alrighty, let's check out P-Flow with Atishani. He named it.
Remember how I used to call you baby? How I used to take you shopping on my payday? I used to love you for your smooth talk like I care. We was in love like Betsy and KK. But then we started all the forcing and the fighting. When you started claiming I wasn't providing, I tried to beg you for a chance, I was bleeding. How dare you leave me like, can't you see I'm bleeding? This ain't the right time for you and me to part ways. My sunny days are coming, these are just my rainy days. You were deceived by the slave queens you call friends, but I just called to say wish you the very best.
Welcome back. We've come to the end of Unwrapped, and like we said, this is the last episode we're having in the year 2018, which was season 2 for Unwrapped. We'll be closing for a while, for some time to prepare for season 3, and we're hoping you guys will still support us. Tell them why they should keep watching Unwrapped.
You need to watch Unwrapped because then we'll get to find out if maybe we'll have, let's try, you know what, I think the next Unwrapped, I liked what you did with Antonio Manga. Yes. So let's try have more politicians, but looking at them on a reality aspect, like
the president.
Have the president talk about, you know, himself, what he does with free time. That would be so cool. So I personally love to see that season 3 plus me as well. So
no problem. Why should people keep watching Unwrapped?
Well, I'm just going to echo the same sentiments that Christy raised, because I feel like our personalities when it comes to DJs, musicians, we now know them. It would be nice to look at a different audience and away from not just politicians, but also look at renowned newscasters, you know, look at soccer players. You know, there's this whole industry where people are known for something. So maybe the next season of Unwrapped can look into that. I would like to know what Fashion Sakala does when he's not on the field. You know what I mean? I would like to know where he chills from. I might be there, but you know. So there's all those other people that we can dig out and also bring on Unwrapped.
Yeah, great stuff. So you see why you have to keep watching, because next year we're coming with a bang. That's season 3 Unwrapped. Thank you so much for supporting us in season 1, season 2, and thank you so much for watching this episode. This has been your girl Helen, Christy, and Ravishing. Bye bye.